Hey, happy December, the end of 2020. This is the King of Fire Tarot. This is going to be the monthly reading for the month of December 2020 for the element of fire. So this is going to be for all Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. Welcome, welcome. This is going to be my first monthly reading. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I did introduce a new tarot deck. It is called the Haunted House Tarot deck. I'm kind of excited because I'm also kind of a horror geek. But let's just jump right into the reading for the fire signs, December 2020. Start off, of course, like I do all the time with the weekly readings. I'm going to be doing my mind just slipped from me. An oracle card from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses oracle card deck. And the one I did pull for you guys for this month of December 2020 is the Angel of Prayer. Ask the universe and the angels for help and guidance. And let me see what the booklet does have to expand on the card for the Angel of Prayer. You are never alone, nor do you need to tackle or solve everything on your own. The universe, God, Goddess, and the angels are always listening. All you need to do is ask for their help and guidance. Prayer does not need to be formal or structured as has been the tradition for so long in many religions. You may converse with the universe, God, goddesses, the angels, however you do see them, ascended masters, and all beings of light and love in your own language and in your own special way. The universal power is your loving friend. The pure essence of creation responds immediately to your requests. However, due to the universal law of choice, it will not act or intervene unless it is asked to do so. Let me read that again. The pure essence of creation responds immediately to all your requests. However, due to the universal law of choice, it will not act or intervene unless it is asked to do so. Discuss the current issue along with any other fear or concern you may have with the Angel of Prayer. So, very good advice. And just to expand on that, myself. Of course, I was raised Catholic, and I have a mother who is a devout Jehovah's Witness. And I went through a period of my life where I was pretty much agnostic and bordering on atheism, and then here I am again. I think it's just that everyone believes if you're conditioned in a particular religion that prayer or connection to the divine has to be a certain way, and that in itself may turn you off to the whole thing, like it kind of did me, until I rediscovered, hey, I can connect to the divine in my own personal way. And then in that way, it just flourished, and then the connection just grew stronger and stronger, and still does every day. All right, but that's some good advice for the Angel of Prayer. So let's get into the cards. So I did pull a card for the past energies, present energies, current challenges, advice to overcome challenges, and the outcome. And I pulled clarifiers for each. The underlying card, which I'm going to start with, I pulled from the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot deck, is the Six of Wands. So Six of Wands is it's a fire energy. It's a card of passion. Wands are a fire in the tarot, so it seems like the underlying energy for the fire signs is fire. I do like to see that, but even more so in this form because it is the card of victory. This guy on this horse is riding in after his battle campaign, and he has carrying the staff with the wreath of victory. So this feeling of victory. Coming up on top, just having a general feeling of everything is going to work out, everything is going to work out for the best. This is the underlying energy, and I fucking love it. I mean, who wouldn't want to have victory as underlying energy for the month of December? So place that. Like I said, before I proceed further, disclaimer, even though this is for all the fire signs, the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, it may not resonate fully with you guys, so some parts of it may resonate with you. Go ahead and take those. Some stuff you'd be like, I don't think this makes any sense. That one doesn't necessarily resonate with you, probably. It probably resonates with someone else who's viewing the video. So just a disclaimer. But going back to it, yes, having a sense of victory underlying the energy for the month of December 2020 is a good thing, obviously. Maybe a sense of victory in some part of your life, maybe financially, career-wise, In romance, just general overall attitude that everything is working out in your favor. I love it. So let's go to the card of the past. So past energy coming in is the Magician. Magician is a card of the manifester. So it's kind of like this guy on the Fool's journey in the whole story of the tarot. This is the first person that the Fool kind of comes across in his journey. This guy is a master of manifester, master of using all the tools and skills around him to manifest what he wants. He has all of the aces at his disposal: the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. So he has all of them in front of him. He knows exactly how to use them to bring about what he wants to in this life. Like I said, the card of the manifester. So if any of you guys are trying to manifest something big in your life, would it be a financial win, a career win? You could be manifesting your soulmate, manifesting a love of your life. This is just something you've been putting some work into. Whether you know it or not, some people who aren't familiar with the whole manifestation thing, which is basically attracting what you want based on your vibration, they don't know they've been doing this. It could, let me just expand on that. Like, for instance, a long time ago, when going to career in government, and I've always said, I want this position, I want this position, I want this position. And then I kind of start following steps of taking jobs to get to that position, having that in the back of my mind, but not having it on my mind every single day. Because if I come from a place of I need, I'm not going to attract that. And then one day I was here doing my job, and then all of a sudden a flyer came out for that position that I was looking for years. And I was like, I think I'll apply for that job. And then everything was just so easy as far as for applying for that job, where it just kind of fell in my lap. So it's kind of like that. You put out to the universe what you want, and then you kind of just like, I'm gonna work towards it. I'm not gonna be needy about it, but this is what I want. Call out to the universe, this is what I want. Going back to this Oracle card, Angel of Prayer, they're not gonna be able to help you until you ask them. Ask them, hey, this is what I want. This is what I want to bring into my life. I want to bring in some abundance, whether that be in physical, emotional, spiritual, romantic. I want to bring this into my life. And then they'll start seeing behind the scenes what they can do to start moving things around to bring that up within your life, But clarifying for the Magician, we do have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a great card. Three of Cups is a card of celebration. In traditional Rider-Waite, and you can kind of see it in this Haunted House deck, the three maidens carrying up a cups of celebration. Fortunately, it seems like that this lady is drowning in this water. But it is a cup of celebrations, happy times, happy outcomes and situations underlying that Magician card. So it seems like with some manifestations may have come to light, and you have been kind of celebrating those coming into your life, or you may have been doing it from a place of love and celebration versus a place of need and lack. That's good. That's not bad at all. Don't forget the cups in the tarot are a cup of emotions, emotional fulfillment. So having the cup of celebration means that some sort of emotional fulfillment. It may not be the total end game emotional fulfillment you're looking for, but it's like celebrate the small wins that you get. Every little win that you get, celebrate it, because why not? Well, what's life if you don't celebrate the good times, So no matter what little win in your life, you just make sure you celebrate it. And because with the Magician card, it's telling me that you brought it upon yourself. So you brought in this win for yourself. So you better damn well celebrate it, So that's coming in the past energy for you fire signs. In the present energy, we have the Devil card. So nope, it doesn't mean that there's a demon hanging around with you or Beelzebub's going to come after you. The Devil card is more of a card of addictions. It could be addictions to the typical sense. Drugs, addictions to alcohol, addictions to but basically addictions to unhealthy situations that no longer serve you, or people that don't no longer serve you. You can see here that Adam and Eve are kind of chained to the devil, here to the little platform the devil's on. But I don't know if you can even tell, here really close, the chains are very loose around their necks. There's nothing preventing them for very easily taking off the chains off their necks and then fucking then walking away. But that's the thing with addictions. I mean, it's kind of like, yes, for some people, it's easier to walk away from an addiction or unhealthy situation than others. You do need help in some cases, but it just means that there are options for you to walk away from that situation. It doesn't seem as dire as it is, you know. It could mean that there's some unhealthy situation. It could be, because this is a general reading, it could be an unhealthy romantic relationship. Someone that kind of the sex is good. I mean, you're getting it pretty freaking good, and you're giving it pretty good, and it's just awesome. But it's just a toxic person. You just can't stand being around them when you guys aren't having sex, or you guys have fun together. You guys go out and you do stuff. I know it's hard to do it like in the pandemic, but you go out and when you're actually doing stuff and like going to party or going to do this, you have fun. But then when you're sitting next to each other on the couch, you guys have no connection, or you have a connection that's just very toxic or very bad, where you guys are just kind of always arguing. It's kind of like, well, why be in this situation? Why be in this relationship? Why be in this situation? It could be a job. It could be a job that, yes, it pays you a lot of money. It pays you a good amount of money. And that money you can use for your stability, to pay your bills and pay your rent. But at the same time, you dread going to work every day. You go to work and then you feel drained when you leave. It's because it's just sucking out all the energy out of you. It's kind of like, yes, this job may pay the bills and it may help you make ends meet, but there are other options out there. But then it goes into the mental battle of the devil I know versus the devil I don't know. And trust me, if you're at the point, and this is for myself as well, if I'm ever at the point where I'm like, the devil I know or a devil I don't know, I'm going to go with the devil I don't know. The reason being is, if I'm at the point where I have to consider the devil I know and the devil I don't know, then there's some underlying energy of discontentment with the devil I know. So I always make a commitment myself to try the new thing, because I may love it exponentially better than the devil that I've known and gotten used to for such a long time. As humans, we're creatures of habit. So if you may fall into a situation, like I say, it could be a romance just because it's familiar, you don't want to be alone, or a job, it's something you know how to do, but the environment's toxic and pays you good money, or what have you, or just a group of friends that they're just, you've been going out with them, you've been hanging out with them for such a long time, but you're just like, fuck, these guys are a bag of assholes. These guys suck. These guys are just energy vampires. Why the hell am I hanging out with these people? If you go out with a group of people and then you walk away at the end of the day and you're like, why the fuck am I hanging out with these people? Maybe you should hang out with these people. It's being clarified by the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is a card of decisions. This young lady is looking out to the Seven Cups, and each of these cups do offer something. The bottom cups represent some more of the earthly desires, where the ones at top offer the ones of like spiritual development kind of thing. She doesn't know which one to pick. And it kind of, the fact that it's kind of clarifying the devil card, it's like you may not know, and going back to what I said, the devil you know versus the devil you don't know, you may not know which option to go forward with. You may be presented with an option or a few options, you're like, fuck, okay, I'm in this situation, but I have all these options to pick from. I don't know which one to pick. Thing with the Seven of Cups is that it is a card of illusion. So on face value, these cups may not offer exactly what you see them to offer. You don't know what the lasting effects of what these cups may be down the road. So this one has like a little castle. Yeah, you may go with this. She may pick the house where she can get the castle, but it's built on a filthy foundation. You're gonna have problems with it. This one is fame for the little wreath, but there's always a downside of fame. It's just, I'm very much getting the feeling, and I usually always do my readings, is that you always have to go with your gut. Your instincts are what guide us, after all, in this whole journey that we're on. So if you're trying to leave this harsh situation, you have to follow your instincts as far as to which way to go. And the biggest part and the hardest part about following your instincts is that you never know what's on the other side. You have to follow your gut, you know. And the fact that the Seven of Cups came out as your challenge, the Seven of Cups, I think it's just emphasizing that point. It's just that there are options out there. You don't know which one to go forward with. You're going to have to choose your gut. Remember how I said about using your instincts to guide you forward? It's no surprise that with the Seven of Cups being clarified by the Moon card. The Moon card is the card of instincts. It's also like the card of the Dark Night of the Soul, going within, dealing with your hard bullshit, the dark shadow work, the hard work that only you can do. That's a lot of us put off our whole lifetimes because we're just afraid to deal with it, or we're just too busy. Well, guess what? With the pandemic, everything slowed the hell down. So now it's almost like the whole collective is going through a dark night of the soul searching, going through the hard shit that you've been pushing out for years. A lot of people are finally dealing with it. But it's also the card of instincts, because it's like on the path of the dark night of the soul, it's like you don't have the illumination of the sun. You just have the faint illumination of the moon. The sun represents total illumination going forward. The moon represents very dim, the instincts. That you only have your instincts to guide you on the path forward to get to the sun. So yeah, that is the challenge, and it's kind of in itself, in its message, giving you the well, how do you say, the direction to get out of this challenge. It is to follow your instincts. Advice for your challenge is going to be the Seven of Wands. It basically means stand your ground. This guy's here with this wand, with all these opposing energies around him. He's not afraid. He's there. He's standing his ground. He's going to stand his ground as long as he has to. He's like the king of the hill, and he's going to be damned if anyone takes his position on top of that hill. He is standing his ground. It doesn't matter who or what is holding these other wands, these opposing energies, but he's not going to relent. He's not going to give away his position. He's going to hold it. He's going to hold it until he doesn't need to hold it anymore. And you may be doing that because the clarifying card is the Three of Swords. Typically, it's the card of heartbreak. In the traditional Rider-Waite, it's the heart with the three swords in it. In this sense, it's this vampire hunter, Van Helsing, stabbing a stake into her heart. So I love this deck because it takes it kind of quite literally in the kind of a direction of the macabre. But it's the card of heartbreak. And it isn't necessarily in romance. It could be in romance for some of you, obviously, because a lot of people may be viewing this reading. So it may be that there's been some kind of underlying energy of a heartbreak in a romance or a general element in your life. And coming back to this Devil card, it may be due to this unhealthy situation that you're still stuck to, which is bringing you inner sorrow. And you're here kind of battling your demons. That makes perfect sense. So it may be because you're going through your shit, you're having this inner sorrow, and you're kind of battling these inner energies that are kind of wanting to come to the root, and you're kind of fighting them back. You're fighting them back. But at the same time, it's like all the shadow energy, all the darkness within ourselves, and this is something that everyone should know, is that everyone has the shadow self. Everyone has the dark side. But it's not spiritual development is not all about love and light. That's just unrealistic and looks good on postcards, but it's hard work. You got to deal with the stuff that, like, all the inadequacies, all the pain, all the bad situations where you questioned yourself, or why did I do this? Why am I like this? That kind of energy, you have to deal with it. And the hardest part about dealing with that is accepting that that's part of who you are. That's the hardest part. Because when you realize that, hey, there's a part of me that's in pain, that brings up whenever you're triggered, you're like, why did I just get triggered by this? It's because you have a part of you that needs healing. And this is what this underlying little pain, heartbreak that's going on. We all have that. We all have something that we have to deal with. Something that we have to deal with. Something that we have to deal with. And it's kind of like, yeah, you're fighting these energies, but at the same time, you kind of have to put your staff, not down, but put your staff to the side and deal with the energies that are around you. Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting a big dark night of the soul thing. May element of this, but and it may not be for everybody. It may just be, man, just maybe for a few select people, but it could just be have a lot of. If you want to be for romantic, the Three of Hearts. I mean, the Three of Swords. It could be that your advice is you may have a tendency to avoid intimacy because you're afraid of heartbreak, and you're kind of fighting that off. You don't want to. You don't want to be vulnerable. So you're kind of fighting off those energies. So it's kind of like eventually you're going to have to put the guard down and deal with this stuff. I mean, take a chance. Take a chance, you know. Yeah, so I feel that there's going to be this decision for you, not sure which way to go. But message is to trust your instincts. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Once you make a decision, you can stand your ground. And because if you're following your instincts and not your fear, if you're following your instincts, and once you start listening to your instincts more and more, you'll know the difference between listening to your fears and your instincts. It's when the idea and the impulse to do something from a place of calm, that's your instincts. If you do it from a place of fear or doubt, that's your fear, obviously, or a place of uneasiness or frantic energy. That's a place of fear. But if you do the work, the outcome you do have is the Five of Cups. Five of Cups it can be viewed in two ways. So this guy is kind of like, it's the card of crying over spilt milk. So this guy's kind of has 3 cups over here and they kind of spill to the ground. He's kind of mourning the loss of these cups. Since cups in the tarot represent emotional fulfillment, it was something that he was very tied to emotionally that is no longer in his life, that was stripped away from him, that is no longer available to him. In the tarot, if you look in the card, you see that there's a little river and then there's a house. It's like he left that home and he's not able to return. So it's like something was taken away, and being stuck in that position of crying over your loss. But the way I see this as a positive outcome is that, remember, there are other stuff out there to be grateful for. There are other opportunities. You have to expand your awareness. You have to this kind of like be able to take a step back and look at the whole perspective, look at the whole situation from a different perspective. Say, you know what, I still have other opportunities. I still have other chances for emotional fulfillment. And the reason why you have those other chances for emotional fulfillment is because you have clarified by the Magician again. So yeah, you have 2 cards that kind of came out twice. You have the Seven of Cups, I'm sorry, and you have the Magician. So I like the Magician in this Haunted House deck. He's pretty cool. And once again, in here, he has all the aces, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. So it's kind of like, yes, don't forget, you may have suffered a loss, but you have other opportunities available to you. And those opportunities that are available to you is because you brought them in through manifestation. You have willed them in. The universe has your back because you're meeting the universe halfway, and the universe is taking you not only the other half, but far and beyond, which is why you have victory coming out. That's the underlying energy. Interesting read for the fire signs. I know, I'm sure you guys realize I'm a fire sign, I'm the king of fire. So I'm a fire sign, I'm a Leo, and Leos for such a long time have been going through such an ordeal. But the energies just seem to be shifting now. It's like, if you've been doing the work, you can feel that there's a genuine change in energy with all the planetary stuff and coming out of 2020. It's just, it feels great. But for those who still need to do some work, it's going to be a little rough. And don't forget that since we're coming at the end of 2020, which has been a tumultuous year, some can see it as overwhelmingly negative. I see it as an opportunity to change the script. It's kind of like a reset of everything energetically. It's all about perspective. Don't forget, it's all about perspective. Yeah. I'm gonna stop it right there. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, if it did make sense, please like the video, please subscribe, please share it as well. if this did resonate, I'd love to hear about it, how this particularly did resonate for you. If it didn't, let me know. I mean, it's good to know as well. Don't forget, I am on Instagram at the King of Fire Tarot, at the King of Fire Tarot, and I do try to post on my Instagram regularly, and I do kind of pull like random cards of the day every once in a while, so some bonus stuff definitely on my Instagram. Once again, hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your December, all you Aries, Leos, and Sagittariuses. And oh, since we are in Sagittarius season, happy birthday, guys. That's it for now. See you guys next time.